for simple things that make me happy, for simple little things that just bring me joy, you know. Now, a lot of these things I include in my everyday life, you know, and I'm sure we probably all have these. You know, if it's something simple as maybe getting in the car, driving around, you know, I don't know, maybe blaring your favorite song with no matter how you're feeling up here, you know, putting on your favorite TV show. So again, something simple, you know. So in 2021, I started a mental health journal. I started it in the summer that year. And years later, I'm glad. Especially that year. Now, granted, the mental health issues for me didn't come until 2015. After my last breakup. I hate it, that's what started it. You know, I mean, it's his loss, definitely. Peace out, loser. POS. But I hate that that's when it started. You know? So, no matter what I am feeling though, up here, you know, whether it's actually a decent day, whether it's up here, I can simply grab this and write in it. Now, also, when I started this, little did I know, many months later, you know, around, I don't think it was quite winter just yet, but November of that year, how much that would break me, how much I was glad that I started this, you know. That was the year and the month, or again, November, when I lost a friend from high school. And it hit me like a ton of bricks. Obviously was not expecting it. You know, so soon, let alone so young. You know, not even too far off from me. It still hurts years later. Obviously, I'm not, you know, I'm not gonna pretend to be okay, you know. So, I'm forever thankful that I started this. With, again, no matter if it's up here, you know, some days, or it's thankfully just way down here, you know. I'm happy I started it. So, I recently took this out. I took this out on the 4th of this month. And I realized I hadn't taken it out since 2024. Yeah, we slacked just a little bit. It's okay. It happens. We're human. So I thought, and I don't remember what gave me this idea, but I thought to myself, I'm gonna write down some simple little things that just make me happy. You know? Now, granted, I didn't know exactly how much I was gonna write down, but I ended up with 4. A good amount. Now, I'm sure we probably all have these, so let me know what yours are in the comments. So, let's go ahead and talk about them. So, number 1, which I think, if you've been with me for a while, you probably saw coming. Art. may or may not have a small addiction. I don't know. Or we all know, I think, by now. I mean, if you know, you know. Of course. So, I started that in 2013. And again, little did I know just 2 years later how much I would be glad that I did. You know, no matter whether it's the mental health or just relaxing in general, you know, I'm glad that I can easily grab some paper, grab a pencil, and draw whatever random idea comes up in my head. You know? Now, fun little fact, when I first started drawing, it wasn't on regular paper like this, drawing paper. It was notebook paper. You know, I had what I had at that point until my dad noticed, you know, how much I was doing it, and then he got me actual paper. So, shout out to Dad. But again, I'm happy that I kept with it, because there's been many times in my head where I thought, do people care? You know, does the algorithm care? We all know how that can be. Like, I hate to keep throwing that out there, but it's true. You know, I feel like the algorithm will see who it wants to see. And unfortunately, some of us artists, no matter what we do, we're not as big as others. You know? Now, am I ever really gonna complain about it? No. Is it frustrating? Yes, of course. You know, but I'm glad that it doesn't stop me from doing what I love. You know, not even 13 years later. You know, it's kind of like with these. I'm not gonna stop. I'm just gonna continue to work harder. You know, practice at the things that I might not be perfect at. You know, because obviously there are those points. You know, so if you end up finding a hobby that you love, you know, no matter how many times you constantly mess up, no matter how many times you post it, maybe nobody sees it, maybe 1-2 people see it, don't get discouraged. Okay, keep working. You'll eventually be seen. You know, that's what you only get hope for. Number 2, I almost jumped ahead of myself and said 3. Which I feel like maybe people saw this coming, but music. Now, I think that was kind of, well, I mean, but like everyone, obviously love music. Don't really go a day without listening to it. You know, it's kind of like a routine at this point. When I am sitting here doing this stuff, I will have my headphones on, instantly go to YouTube Music, and just get lost in the music. You know? I think we all know by now, NSYNC is my emotional support band. I think we all know my love for 90s boy bands by now. You know, that was my era. It's an era I miss. I'm not gonna lie. Especially recently. I don't know what it is. And again, emotional support band have gotten me through so much. As a kid, now as an adult. You know, from being bullied as a kid. Because, you know, God forbid we don't wake up perfect like them apparently. Weird. God forbid we can't go a day without finding something small and stupid to pick on someone for. You know, something that we literally already know. For me, it was being quiet and shy, mostly quiet. And that pretty much started in 6th grade though. I wasn't a fan of the school I went to. And then being bullied. Well, no, I just said that. Hold on. I got sidetracked. I almost forgot what I was talking about. So hold on. Quiet and shy. Mostly quiet. In my teeth. You know? Now, I've talked about it. They are my biggest insecurity. You know? It is what it is. I'm sure we all have maybe that one little thing that we're not that big of a fan of ourselves. But do I care what other people think? Have I ever cared? God, no. I mean, I'm sorry that I am not perfect. You know, I still love me. Have I ever cared when people called me ugly? No. I know I'm not. I don't care. I didn't ask for an opinion. I didn't put a poll out there and be like, what do you think of me? Not once. I'm fine with me. Now, do I still hope at one point to finally get them fixed? 1,000,000,000%. You know, so I can finally feel confident in actually smiling in photos. You know, not having to worry about whether or not they're showing and what people think on the internet. You know, because those are just people on the internet. Even if they think that in real life, I don't care. Who are they to me? They didn't stick around in my life, you know? And at that point, thank God. I'm gonna love being for me. No matter what little flaw I might have. Just everyone out there, remember that. Okay, if you, maybe you're in school still or something, or you're just constantly bullied for something stupid, don't get discouraged. They're just people with opinions that literally do not matter. So I'm happy that I have music, their music. I get music in general, you know, to just get lost for a little while, you know. Because I always have a smile on my face when I am listening to the music. You know, it takes me back to my childhood. That nostalgia comes back, you know. So, it's there when I'm listening to them. I think we all know the crush I've got going on. If you know. So, if I'm smiling while with my headphones on, I'm probably listening to them. Or we're listening to the crush. You're correct. I can say it's probably the nostalgia. E.g., it might be the crush, you know, but it's nice having music though that can, you know, put a smile on your face though. Now, fun little fact, which maybe you figured it out by now, I don't know. The video that I did, I forget how long ago now, the makeup inspiration his team. The crush, okay, inspired it. The boyfriend application video. I can dream, okay? Sometimes, I'm not gonna lie, like I put out a video and I will sit here and wonder, why did I upload that? Or why did I say that? You know, I mean, it happens. Sometimes we say things and we're just not sure of ourselves. Granted, we don't know if they'll ever see it, but it's, you know, it's there. It is what it is. So, you know, hi, you know, I'm Megan. We might embarrass ourselves just a little bit and over talk about things, but I feel like they should be talked about. You know, I mean, talented. You can rap and sing. Got talent on the court. Obviously, NSYNC has talent. They've acted. It brings me joy. Let's just move on. Number 3, which is probably not a surprise, but ASMR. Now, I got into it myself, my own ASMR journey, 3 years ago now. February 25th, to be exact, 2023. Doesn't feel like 3 years, somehow. But it was kind of wild to think about. Which, before we move on and talk about it some more, I would like to thank everyone, specifically the 2.9K people who viewed that video that day. Now, when I realized that my 3-year ASMR anniversary followed on an upload day, I was trying to think in my head, okay, what am I going to do? You know, I've recreated my first video. I have sat here and talked and thanked you guys. But I thought, what else could I do? So, there was one night where I thought, you know what? Later on, I'm going to look back and see what my first roleplay video was, which was a mean girl doing your makeup video. And when I uploaded that, I did not expect it to blow up that much. Okay, so if you are one of the 2.9K people who clicked on it, watched it, you enjoyed it, thank you. That is now my most viewed video. It was originally a getting ready for Thanksgiving makeup video that I did 2 years ago at 673 or 76, something like that. So we definitely surpassed that. So thank you. It means the world to me. And thank you to the new subscribers. Okay, I hope you enjoyed here. I hope you enjoy whatever random video that I put out. But when I first started watching it, I didn't know how just relaxing it was going to be. You know, I remember finding a random video on Facebook and just, again, getting lost in it, you know, in the sounds. Which it was a random soap cutting video. And I had looked them up kind of like ever since for a little while, you know, until of course it became more popular and it started evolving into more, you know. So I'm thankful that it became more of a thing. More people knew about it. More people started creating it. That whatever you're going through up here, or you just want to relax in general, you can easily go to YouTube and now TikTok and watch a video of your favorite creator. And again, just relax and even fall asleep. And that's what I am hoping I am doing for you guys. No matter how random the video gets, I still hope that you guys enjoy it and get some relaxation from it, you know? Because this is what I hope to become a long-term thing. So, here's to more growing, not just in the numbers, but as an ASMR artist in general. So, last but not least, number 4, makeup. Now, I don't know if that will sound weird or not. I mean, kind of really not. Now, do we need it? No. We're all beautiful without it, okay? Don't let anyone ever tell you otherwise. Because they're lying to you. You can easily be pretty with a full beat on and just as pretty without it, okay? Just saying. And if you think otherwise, you might be weird. But I don't. But I got into it in 2019. Kind of back in a way. Because I wore it a little bit as a kid. And then kind of obviously did away with it for quite some time. You know? And whenever the mental health hits, you know, it's just not right a certain day. Or if I'm bored sometimes. Or if I think of a random video to do, you know, I might put some on. It'll just make me feel a little bit better. You know, it's kind of nice to have. So, you know, I might not be perfect at it. I might not know everything there is to know about it. But it's not gonna stop me from enjoying it. You know, putting it on when I want to. You know, granted, I definitely don't wear it every day. All the time for that matter. But it's still nice to have. So, those are my 4 things. Again, what are some of yours? I hope you enjoyed this. Thumbs it up. Subscribe. And as always, stay safe out there. And I will see you guys in the next one. Bye, guys.